yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can?
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
I don't judge, and the old timers didn't either. Fighters chronologically as much as I do by the amount of fights they've had and the amount of punches they've taken. I judge them that way.
Because he definitely hasn't had the skill of a top five. It's just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in the weight class look like nobody.
Boxing analysts have started raising a once unthinkable debate that Terence Crawford may have surpassed a prime Floyd Mayweather after his stunning unanimous decision victory over Canelo Alvarez to claim the undisputed super middleweight crown. What impressed most was not just the win itself, but the manner in which he dominated, controlling distance, switching stances with ease, standing firm under fire, and blending strategy with ruthless precision.
Crawford outboxed Canelo, made Canelo miss, stood right in front of him when he was supposed to. He moved when he was supposed to. Made it look easy. He beat Canelo Alvarez better than Floyd Money Mayweather, which makes him better than Floyd Money Mayweather, in my opinion.
Experts, including Bob Arum, argue that Crawford's ambidexterity and complete skill set make him one of the rare fighters capable of not only matching but potentially surpassing Mayweather at his peak.
Canelo wipes the floor with him. I love Crawford. I told you when Crawford and Spence that Crawford would beat the hell out of him, but Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner.
What fight?
Why do you feel he wiped the floor with him?
Why?
Is it because of the weight difference?
Because Canelo, Canelo is used to fighting at a particular level, and and I don't think that Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can hurt Terence.
Do you think the welterweight Boots Ennis would stand a chance against Crawford?
I have no idea, but I know that Boots Ennis is a tremendous fighter and a great talent. Whether he'd stand a chance with Crawford, I don't really know, because at 147, Crawford is, I think, unbeatable.
The Floyd versus Terence Crawford debate exploded again when Canelo Alvarez, who faced both legends, declared Crawford the superior fighter. After losing by unanimous decision in 2025, Canelo praised Crawford's adaptability, high ring IQ, slick defense, and flawless stance switching, insisting that these qualities prove Crawford surpasses Mayweather and cement his place as boxing's new standard of greatness.
You say he might be better than Mayweather. I see it. Crawford got a little bit of Mayweather in him, but he got the offense going on. It's not like all defense, blocking everything, points, you know. Crawford can actually hurt you. He's actually a fighter. He'll fight you. You know, he'll box you, but he'll fight you too. He ain't no joke.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. carved out a legendary legacy with a flawless 50-0 record, built on unmatched defense, precise counterpunching, and brilliant footwork. Rising from super featherweight to light middleweight, he showcased dominance across divisions while rarely taking damage. Known for dictating pace and neutralizing opponents' strengths, Mayweather collected 15 world titles in 5 weight classes. In one of boxing's most competitive eras, he consistently faced, and beat, elite champions and global stars, solidifying his reputation as one of the sport's greatest defensive masters and most accomplished all-time greats.
Of all the fights, you've had 50. Who would you say was your toughest opponent?
You got guys that punch hard and hit hard, and you got guys that come out and win a few rounds. But nothing really was tough. I've been in a boxing gym, and guys have given me great sparring and great work. They said ass whooping will humble you. I go home and say, you got to tighten up, champ. Yeah, you got to get together, champ. And then sometimes I go home and say, is this for me? I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist. And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing man.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights? Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Terence Crawford holds an undefeated record and has captured more than 18 major world titles across 5 divisions, making history as the first male boxer to become undisputed in 3 weight classes. A dangerous switch hitter, his power carries up seamlessly, paired with razor-sharp precision and finishing instincts. Crawford has dismantled elite opponents like Errol Spence Jr. and, most recently, Canelo Alvarez, proving his dominance while showcasing a blend of technical brilliance and raw power that cements his place among boxing's all-time greats.
You know, he was a little frustrating in there, but it's part of the game.
The last question is that I know it's right after the fight. Have you feel yet significance of this win and what it means in your legacy and your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something, I know what I'm capable of. It's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me. You know, but for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
You seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
Terence Crawford's showdown with Canelo Alvarez turned into one of boxing's most historic nights. Jumping up 2 weight classes, Crawford battled for the undisputed super middleweight crown and walked away with a unanimous decision after 12 grueling rounds. The judges scored it 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 115 to 113, all in Crawford's favor. His strategy was masterful, controlling range with sharp footwork, stiff jabs, and pinpoint counters while standing firm against Canelo's relentless power. Even after suffering a cut over his right eye from an accidental headbutt, Crawford never wavered. The victory elevated him as the first male boxer in modern history to claim undisputed glory in 3 weight divisions, improved his record to 42-0, and etched his name permanently among boxing's immortals.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something, I know what I'm capable of. It's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me. You know, but for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
You seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
In a recent interview, Roy Jones Jr. placed Terence Crawford firmly in the conversation among boxing's all-time greats, praising his rare combination of skill and adaptability typically reserved for Hall of Famers. Jones highlighted Crawford's fluid stance switching, impeccable timing, high ring IQ, and total command of both offense and defense as traits that set him apart. While acknowledging that Crawford once needed marquee matchups to solidify his legacy, Jones argued those days are over. With dominant wins against elite opponents, including his most recent triumphs, Crawford has finally delivered on the immense promise of his talent and carved out greatness.
Gotta rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10, because he definitely has the skill of a top 5. Just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get, and that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody. Pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for pound for pound, that maybe Inoue because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donell. Don't forget that. Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud, no.
The burning question that now lingers across the boxing world is this: who was greater in their prime, Floyd Mayweather or Terence "Bud" Crawford? On one hand, Floyd boasts a perfect 50-0 record, unrivaled defense, legendary footwork, and victories across 5 divisions against some of the biggest names of his era. On the other, Crawford has carved out a unique legacy, becoming the first man to capture undisputed status in 3 weight classes, all while maintaining an undefeated record and dominating elite opponents like Errol Spence Jr. and Canelo Alvarez. Mayweather's brilliance was built on control, intelligence, and making great fighters look ordinary, while Crawford has redefined adaptability, switching stances with ease, blending offense and defense seamlessly, and taking risks few champions would dare. Both men embody greatness in different ways, yet Crawford's recent triumph has reignited the debate, pushing many to wonder if his ceiling has surpassed even Floyd's legendary heights. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more explosive boxing content.